Hit it. We spoke to Captain Pike himself, yes, Anson Mount, at Wales Comic Con in December of last year. We're sharing this interview with you to start the new year off with a bang. Thank you very much to Anson for giving me some time to have this quick chat, and I think we can all agree that we're looking forward to the second season of Strange New Worlds. If you liked this interview, please comment below, and if you want to see more, then definitely comment, as it lets those watching know you like our content. Okay?
Anson, thank you for joining us here at Wales Comic Con today. How are you doing?
I'm cold.
Are you not used to the UK weather, or?
Well, I live in Connecticut, so it's roughly the same, except we use heating in Connecticut, and they clearly don't like it in Telford. At least they haven't turned on these heaters. I was trying to keep everybody awake, I think. But
Well, you've got the scarf, so it suits the look.
it hasn't come off at all today.
Let's talk Strange New Worlds. How have you thought, the reception to season 1 has been exceptional. Like, people have loved it, they've been talking about it online. How's that been for yourself?
Amazing, because, when we shoot these things, and particularly this one, because we shot it during the lockdown, when we didn't even have network oversight. Like, we were just sort of there, and we'd finish a scene, and we'd look at each other and go, I don't know, it felt okay. And so, but so much of the joy of doing this is kind of that same joy you get when you bought a present for somebody and you're wrapping it, and you think that they're going to like it, but you're not sure, and you can't wait to see them open it. And there's a lot of that Christmas wrapping joy in what we do. So it's been really gratifying to get this feedback, and it was beyond anything that we'd hoped for. Honestly, we did not foresee the I guess I can say joy that came out of those reviews and the feedback we get at places like this.
That's fantastic to hear. Do you think that will be a similar reaction to season 2, which was wrapped filming earlier this year? So do you reckon people are going to react a similar way?
I do. I get a little bit more of a handle on what it is that we do well, where we need to work, and especially when you start a TV show, there is some convincing that you sometimes have to do with the people running your network or your studio, that you want to do something in a particular way that is new and might make them nervous. But I feel like we've bought some brevity with, especially after doing that episode 8, Elysian Kingdom, that when that worked, they said, okay, all right, you can try some new stuff. And so we took that to heart, and we're swinging for the fences in season 2. We take some really big risks in season 2. I think you'll see, and it works. I've been seeing some of the material, and very, very happy that what we wanted some of these episodes to be, that were the trickiest, we got out of it. And it helps to have good leadership in the writers' room, which we definitely have.
Well, with season 2, we've got that crossover episode to look forward to, which sounds interesting from the get-go, the Lower Decks one. Anything on that one?
Yeah, it's I can't remember what's been said so far, but when we shot everything.
Was that like a new experience in a way, doing an animated crossover?
Yeah, I've never done that before. There's a few things in that episode that were new to a lot of us and to Trek. I've known Jack for a while. We met at one of these things. We met at Dragon Con back in 2019, and just had a blast, just having drinks and shooting the shit. And so it was really fun to get him on the show, and adding Tawny to that group, who I don't know if you know this, but she is like an encyclopedia of Trek. She's amazing and so funny, and just trying to keep up with them on a comedic level, because in comedy, more than in drama, you're kind of discovering it in the moment. So there's more of a looseness with the material when you're shooting, and it was those guys are they're like thoroughbreds. They're so funny and so fast.
I think I can say for all of us, we are definitely looking forward to how that episode rolls out. A bit of comedy in Stranger Worlds. We wanted a tasting with certain episodes, so this one's going to be ever so exciting.
That's not even the craziest episode. Like we really go for it, man. I can't wait to see the reaction to some of these episodes. It's going to be fun.
Let's talk about the season finale of season 1. Captain Kirk, Paul Wesley playing Captain Kirk. What was that like as well, to have Pike and Kirk on screen? That's obviously, last time was the original series, unless we're not counting the movie.
Well, first of all, Paul was, he walked onto the show and was just immediately a part of the family. Like, he's such a good egg, great sense of humor, doesn't take himself seriously at all. And he's there for the work, and it's a first of all, Trek is a different fitting kind of suit that you have to work your way into, particularly our show. Like our show can be a different show from episode to episode, and he really rolled with the punches, and we had a great time with him. And yeah, obviously establishing the young Kirk. I often say that I do not have as difficult a job as Ethan Peck on this show because there's less for me to have to go on, and I definitely have an easier job than Paul had, and I think he did a wonderful job, and it's really been great to get to know him through the process.
Fantastic. And what's it been like, being a part of the Star Trek family? Obviously, you joined in Discovery Season 2. You've been to events since then. What's it been like, you mentioned earlier on stage, becoming part of a family, people welcoming to the family. How's it been?
This is the best part about it, really. It's, people also ask me, is it a pain to go to all of these events and to these? I'm like, no, it's a line of people coming up to pat me on the back. It's it's not a bad thing, and yeah, and Trek obviously is its own. It's not just a fan base; it's a culture. It's that behaves like a big family. And as I said earlier in the Q&A, the first one of these I did while I was shooting Discovery was Creation in Vegas. And the refrain that I kept hearing, people come up to me say, "Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family." Not welcome to the convention, not welcome to the franchise, welcome to the family. And that is really a sentiment that's borne itself out over time.
Finally, for your time, if you could describe Captain Pike in inspirational words, like describe him as a captain for fans out there who may not be aware of Pike, who he is, how would you do it?
Oh, man. A man who's in touch with his own imperfection, hopefully. I guess that would be a better way of saying it is humility. But is aware of his own foibles. One of those foibles, one of his main foibles, I think, is at times a lack of patience, which can blind him to the more humble side of himself, and he has to occasionally slow down and apologize, which I love. I love that in a leader.
Fantastic. Well, Anson, thank you very much for taking your time to speak with us today. We're all looking forward to season 2, and live long and prosper.
Thank you for this, and thank you for saying all that. It really means a lot.